All right.
It was good. It was like a little bit mainstream. And I think the fitness committee is still looking for another person. To fill it somehow.
Yeah.
I think we'll catch up another time.
So, yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You could send me your phone number.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
That's faster. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if you got charged for calling in Canada.
Honestly, there's a lot of wonderful stuff on YouTube. If you're disciplined, like,
Mm-hmm.
stay focused, there's a lot.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
All right, so what are we feeling today?
It's nice to have you back.
Thank you, thank you. I could just do legs up the wall and I'd be happy. After flying and stretching, you forget how long that. Well, it's good to be here. I managed to do a little bit of yoga myself over there.
It was like a regular Friday. I did it.
Is it similar yoga? Oh.
I just did it on my own. I
Is it,
just
oh, you didn't do any classes?
No, there was a place in Sterling where we were staying, that I was interested in checking out, but we were just too busy, no. And, I think ate our way.
Oh, yeah.
No, I can't. I feel like I'm about 10 pounds heavier than before I left. All right, let's start seated. Cross your legs, or if you prefer hero's pose, and just to take 5 minutes to tune in and ground. Find a tall spine. Feel like there's a string at the top of the head, just inching the spine up a little bit. Rest your hands comfortably, close the eyes. Exhale the breath out fully. Inhale through both nostrils, following the breath. Observe the breath. Observe how the breath feels as it moves through the nostrils. How the belly feels as the breath fills up the rib cage. Notice the direction of the breath in the belly. Maybe up, down, forward, back. Maybe side to side. Just taking these moments to notice your breath. Notice smoothness, or if it's a little jagged this morning. Allow the mind to settle. If there's a thought that pops into your mind, just allow it to be there and then just let it pass, bringing your focus back to your breath. Begin to feel the muscles in your legs. If you can just soften them a little bit. Maybe allow the sits bones to root. Bringing your attention to one focal point, your breath. Following your inhale and your exhale. Take a moment to just think about What brought you to your mat this morning? What are you looking for this morning? Physical, mental, maybe just being grateful for the breath. And identify part of that reason for being here. Bring your hands to heart center and set your intention for your practice as it relates to that reason for being here. Send gratitude down through your fingers into your palms, out through the tips of your thumbs that are resting against your heart space, sending that intention into the heart space. Feeling gratitude for being here this morning on your mat, honoring the reason for being here. Let's open with the sound of 3 ohms. So take a full clearing breath, inhale, and exhale it fully out. And then inhale. Flicker the eyes open, roll forward, move any prop you might have placed under your seat out of the way. Take your knees wide, toes to touch, press your seat to your heels, coming into child's pose, resting the forehead on the mat or on a block if it feels like resting it on the mat is too low this morning. And 5 breaths here. So again, noticing how the breath feels as it fills up the belly. Notice where the breath starts and then moves to. Notice parts of the body that are talking to you this morning. Where's the resistance? Where can you send the breath to? One more full breath. Inhale and exhale it out. And then slowly on your next inhale, begin to round up to sitting on your heels and then rock forward, coming to hands and knees, so bringing the knees in line with your hips. Stacking shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Spread the fingers. Really ground down through the thumb, the index finger, and the tips of the 3rd, 4th, 5th fingers. And then begin to rock forward. Take the hips over to the right, make a big circle, pressing the seat back towards your heels, coming around to the left. A few times this side. And then when we get back to forward, reverse the circle. Moving with the breath, letting the breath help you move into these deep circles, these organic movements. And then coming back to tabletop, find your alignment, draw the navel in. So find the engagement in the core and then extend the right leg back, lifting it hip height. So we're leveling out the hips, level out the sacrum. Draw the belly in, strong shoulders, and gaze looking down so your neck is an extension of your spine. So if you feel any arch in your spine, see if you can take that arch out by pulling the belly in. Beautiful. And now focus on the right foot. Turn the toes to the mat and press through the heel. So by turning the toes toward the mat, it will help you level out that right hip. Press through that right heel, lengthening that right foot, and now add the left arm, lifting it up by the ear. Spinal balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your elbow to meet your knee, round the spine, and then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. We've got two more, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Drop the left hand. Bring the right foot, the right leg out to the side. Lift the right arm, opening to a twist. Press into that right foot. Lengthen through the right fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure that edge of the right foot is parallel with the wall. One more inhale. And then exhale, lowering the right hand, draw that right knee back to tabletop. Find your alignment and then extend the left leg, lifting it up, hip height, toes pointing to the mat. Press through that left heel. Beautiful. Feel the engagement in the belly. Any arch, try and minimize that by extra engagement in the core. And then when you're ready, lift the right arm by the ear, find spinal balance. And then we'll do the crunches. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, rounding spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Drop the right hand. Bring that left leg out to the side. Have the edge of the foot parallel. Lift that left arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel that left side of your chest opening, expanding, the heart shining out. Feel a softening in the neck. You can look up at the top hand if that's comfortable, or straight ahead, or your gaze can look down. One more full inhale, and then exhale, lowering left hand. Bring that left knee in, and then push back to child's pose. Wrap your arms around the legs, dropping more of the crown of the head to the mat. So a nice rounded child's pose. Connecting with the breath. Inhale and exhale. And with the arms alongside your legs, reach for your hands. You're interlacing your hands. And then maybe lift the arms off the back just a little bit. Maybe lift them a little higher. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other, moving the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe the arms lift a little bit more, getting into those shoulders. And then release down, roll up to sitting on your heels. Rock forward, extend both legs back, coming into plank pose. Nice strong plank. Draw the belly in. Feel the broadening across the shoulder blades. Take an inhale. On the exhale, lift the hips toward the ceiling. Press the low belly back toward the tops of the thighs. Feel that full extension in the arms and in the spine, downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog. Drop one heel and then the other. Soft neck. Head just resting between the arms. And then extend both legs, come up on your tippy toes and lift the right leg up. Three-legged dog. See if you can lift it up a little higher, strong shoulders. And then lower that right leg down. Inhale, left leg up. Lift it a little higher and come up on the right toes. And lower that left leg back down. Look between your hands. Walk one footprint at a time up to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Find this half lift where you're engaging in your core. Shoulders are moving away from the ears and you feel lengthening of the spine. Inhale the arms up so they're shoulder height, making a T. Feel that engagement in the belly a little bit more. Press into the feet, lift with a flat back. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead and exhale, dive back down, hinging at the hips, drawing low belly toward the tops of the thighs as you fold in half. For forward fold, Uttanasana. Modify with a block under your hands if your hands aren't reaching the floor. Or you could put a little bend in your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then put a deep bend in your knees and roll up to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing straight up. Really root down through the four corners of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. Through center, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. One more time each side, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. Sweep the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, extend the arms. Try and draw your palms toward each other. And as you do that, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Picture your shoulder blades moving toward each other in the back and then down your back. And see if you can lift the arms a little bit away from your back. Each inhale and exhale, maybe drop chin towards chest. Feeling that stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. If you want to use your blocks for low lunge, place them on either side of your feet right now, and then step the right leg back. So low lunge, our back leg is fully extended. Our left knee forming a 90-degree angle. So if your knee is moving forward, scooch the hips back a little bit. Using blocks helps to open the chest in this pose. And now drop that right knee down. Uncurl the toes, sweep the arms up by the ears, Anjaneyasana. Full inhale, exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left. And option to stay here. Or lean forward, hooking that right elbow to left knee. The next option would be to tuck the right toes under. Lift that right leg, extending it. So a twisted low lunge. If the breath feels compromised, when you move into more of an advanced part of the pose, then you back out of it. Everyone drop that right knee down, bring the hands to center, float them up by the ears, and then exhale, hands down to the mat or blocks. Lift the hips up and pull that right foot forward. About a foot, straighten both legs, come into pyramid pose. Blocks are helpful here. Nice to lift up halfway, lengthen the spine like we do in that half lift to find a flat back, and then hinge forward. You might feel a lengthening of the pose. So try your best to have both legs straight. Bring that back foot forward a little bit. So shorten the stance for pyramid. Breathe. And now straighten both legs. Yeah. And the right toes are turning to about 1 o'clock. And then lift up halfway, bend the left knee, bring that right foot forward, lift up halfway, and then fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, dive right back down into forward fold. Plant your hands, bend your knees, take the left leg back, low lunge. Taking a couple breaths to find this pose. Right knee in line with right ankle. Left leg fully extended, and then drop that left knee down and curl the toe, flip the arms up by the ears, Anjaneyasana. Full inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Maybe lean forward, bringing that left elbow to right knee. Maybe tuck the left toes under, extend that left leg. And breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. This playlist is called Find Your Center. Lower the left knee, bring the hands to heart center, flip the arms up by the ears, and then lower to blocks, tuck the left toes under. Lift the hips enough where then you can bring that left foot forward about a foot. Toes pointing to about 11 o'clock, and then draw that right hip back, straightening the legs. Maybe lift up halfway, bringing fingertips to the blocks, finding a lengthening of the spine, and then hinging forward, bringing that chest toward the left leg. So try and straighten the legs as best you can without locking out the knees. So if that means lifting up a little higher, so yeah, Catherine, see if you can straighten that right leg. So shorten your stance, bring the left foot in closer. Right, yeah, there you go. So bring that left foot in closer and then straighten both legs. There, yes, that's it. And now bend, lift up halfway, bend the right knee, bring that left foot forward and hold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms out wide and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Put a nice bend in the knees, hands to hips. Lift the right foot off the mat. So hover the right foot. Find a little balance here and then bring that right foot back into high lunge. So you're up on your toes, right heel lifted. Float the arms up by the ears. Soften shoulders. So finding that length, that extension in the right leg. So take an inhale, on your exhale, drop the left arm, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up by the ears. Exhale, drop the right arm, twist to the right. Inhale, arms back up by the ears, finding your center, finding your balance, twist to the left again. Inhale, arms up by the ears, twist to the right. And now drop that right heel down, transitioning into warrior one. Put a deeper bend in that left knee. Hips facing forward. Feeling that back leg extended. Press into the outer edge of that right foot. And now open to the right to warrior two. Adjust your stance as you need to. And then gaze lifts out over the left fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hips turning and opening to the side. And then with your block, you're outside your left foot, hand down, right arm, come straight up. Spiral the right hand down, pivot that back foot, drop the right knee down, Anjaneyasana. Soften shoulders. Connect with your breath. Float the hands down, tuck the right toes under. We're going to go into downward dog. So hands on blocks or the floor. Take that left leg all the way back. Downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look between your hands, either lightly hop or walk the feet forward. Lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then to hips, put a little bend in the knees and lift that left foot. Hover, find your balance. And then slowly, like slow motion. Try that again. Slow motion, bring that left leg back so you're in high lunge. So your left heel is lifted. Come up on your toes, right knee bending, arms float up by the ears. High lunge. Beautiful. So keep that left heel lifting and feel that extension in the left leg. And then we'll do our twists. So drop the right arm down, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up by the ears. Exhale, drop the left. Inhale, arms by the ears. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale. So really use that right foot to help ground you. Arms up by the ears, transition to warrior one. Drop that left heel down. Right knee bending to 90-degree angle. Soften shoulders. And now open to warrior two. Adjust your stance as you need to. Gaze looking out over right fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower that right hand down to your block. Outside the right foot, lift that left arm straight up. See if you can deepen the bend in that right knee. And then float that left hand down, pivot the back foot, step back to downward facing dog. Downward dog can sometimes really be a rest pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the body warmed now. Feel the difference in this pose and the little adjustments you can make. Engage the belly. Lift the gaze to look between the hands. Either lightly hop or walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, hold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, dive into forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back to plank pose. Your choice, either lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Knees, chest, chin transitions into cobra. Chaturanga transitions into upward facing dog. If you did knees, chest, chin, and cobra, push your seat back to your heels and then lift the hips, coming into downward dog. If you did chaturanga and upward dog, roll over onto your toes, pressing into downward dog. So our two different variations of a vinyasa. So 5 breaths once you get to downward dog.
So we're going to hold the elbows in, lower here, and slide forward. You know, straight up like eyes don't touch it off, and then go over, yeah.
And then everybody, make sure you get your 5 breaths in downward dog. Once those are complete, look forward and either hop the feet forward or walk the feet forward, lift up halfway. And exhale, hold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. I'm going to teach you a new sun salutation. It's the Jivamukti sun salutation. Lock your thumbs like this. Fingers spread. So it starting Tadasana. And then lift the arms up. Float forward into Uttanasana. As the hands lower, release them. Interlace them behind your back. And float the arms toward the head. Now bend the knees, plant your hands, step the right foot back for low lunge. On your inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward, pressing up into cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels, lift up to downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank, this time lower chaturanga. Slide forward as you come up onto the tops of your feet into upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, come into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Bring it forward for low lunge. Take a full inhale. On your exhale, bring the left foot forward to meet the right. Interlace your thumbs again, bend your knees. Inhale, straighten your legs, arch back a little bit. And then exhale, swinging forward, interlace the fingers behind you, letting the arms float toward the head. Then bend the knees, hands alongside your feet, step the left leg back. Plant your hands, inhale the right foot back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, float forward to plank. Lower the knees, hug the elbows in, lower chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly, pressing up into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Full breath, inhale. Exhale, inhale, float forward to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg. Draw the knee into the chest, step that left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, right foot forward. Interlace or lock your thumbs. Bend your knees and inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana, close your eyes for a moment. Either hands at heart center or alongside for Tadasana. Take 5 full breaths here. Rooting down through the feet. Lengthen down through your tailbone to lengthen your spine. Connecting with your breath and rooting down. Feeling the prana, feeling the energy. Coming back to your intention. Honoring what you are working on today. And flicker the eyes open, moving into our balance today. So if you like to, we're gonna do tree. So if you like to move on to the wood or have the wall to assist. So finding Tadasana, press into the left foot, lift the right just an inch, a smidge off the floor. And now bring that right knee up to 90-degree angle. Flex that right foot. Use your right hand, left hand on your hip. Guide that right knee out to the side. This might be where you stay. Or bring that right foot to your shin. Or guide it to inside your thigh. Wherever you place your foot, then hands to heart center. And when you're ready, grow the branches of your tree. Let the pose unfold as it's meant to for your practice today. Think about rooting down through that left foot. Think about where a tree gets its stability from. We're all made up of energy, just like the trees. If you come out, fall out of the pose, come back in. Hands come down to heart center, hug that right knee, maybe rotate the ankle, smile, and then let that side go. Come back to Tadasana, root down. Find your drishti, that point that you're gonna focus on in front of you. Root down through the right foot as you lift your left foot just a little bit. And then bend that knee. Start by guiding that left knee out to the side, opening the hip. And then match whatever you did on the other side. So if it was by the thigh or the calf, use your drishti. So Julie, try not to rest on the knee. So a little bit lower or higher. So protect that knee. Grow the branches of your tree when you're ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Our balance poses help us with balance in our lives. When you're ready, bring the hands back to heart center and then hugging that left knee into your chest. Rotate the foot around a few times. And Tadasana, shake it out. Shake the hands out. Shake the arms out. Shake the legs out. Arms overhead. Let it all go. All right. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, come into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back to plank. Find that engagement in the belly, feel strong across the upper back, opening up the shoulders, and then lower knees. Turn elbow creases to the front of the mat if you haven't done that already, so that you can hug the elbows in as you lower chin and chest. Lift your gaze up. Slide forward onto the belly, hands alongside the lowest set of ribs. Setting up for rolling cobra. So draw the elbows in. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other and down the back. Press the tops of the feet into the mat so your kneecaps lift off the mat and lengthen down through the low back. And then on an inhale, press up into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up into cobra, shoulders pulling away from the ears. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels. So modified child's pose with the toes tucked under. Let the head drop between the arms. Feel that stretch for the back of the neck. And then rolling up. And then rock off to the left side, swing the legs out in front of you. So coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana, bring the right knee in toward the chest. Place the foot over the left leg. Feel rooted on both sit bones. Sit up nice and tall, and then take that right hand behind the right sits bone. Inhale, left arm up by the ear, and then twist to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Flex that left foot. Keeping that left leg a little active. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. See if you can lengthen a little bit more on the inhale. Twist a little deeper on the exhale. And then inhale, come through center, counter twist to the left. And release that right leg. Draw the left knee into the chest, placing it over the right leg. So use your hands in front of your knee just to lift up a little higher in your seat. Then take the left hand behind. Inhale, right arm up by the ear, and then move into the twist. So finding that length first. So maintaining that length in this twist helps protect our low back. Soften shoulders. Keep that right foot flexed, right leg active. One more full inhale. And then exhale, come through center, counter twist to the right. And release that left leg. Scoot your bottom toward where your knees were and then come onto the back. Setting up for bridge pose. Grab your block. Place it in between your thighs at the thinnest. So you've got the short end in your hand, and then slide that block in between the thighs towards your pubic bone so that your thighs can really wrap around the block. Feel the shoulder blades in the back of the head pressing into the mat, and then inhale to lift up. Lifting the hips. Keep your gaze and your nose facing the ceiling as you continue to lift the chest toward your chin. Press into your feet. Feel the thighs engage with the block.
Should be able to reach your heel with your longest finger. Yeah. A little bit more than, and then turn your toes toward each other.
Breathe in. Breathe out. So in our bridge pose, we want to use the muscles evenly. On your next exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Release the block, draw the knees into the chest, rock from side to side, releasing the sacrum, massaging the low back. And then lower the feet to the mat. Do a little adjustment for our revolved abdomen twist. So just like your feet in bridge, and then lift your hips an inch off the mat and shift the hips over to the right a couple of inches. Let the low back drop down to the mat, and now draw the knees into your chest. So they should be on a slant. Now lower the knees down to your left. If you lift your head, you should see your right hip in line with your nose and gaze. And then extend the right arm out from the shoulder, palm face up. Letting that right shoulder sort of glide that shoulder blade under. Left hand rests on the left knee, or the left arm can also come onto the floor. And then your gaze either look straight up, or you can turn your head to look out over the right arm. So getting deep into this twist. If there is any pain in the low back, you can place a block in between the thighs. Our twists are wonderful for releasing toxins from our body. With each breath, see where you can soften, see where you can release. Come back to your intention. embracing the reasons for coming onto your mat today. And then coming back, bringing the knees to center. Lower the feet to the mat and adjust your spine back to neutral. And then we'll do the same adjustment for the other side. So pressing into the feet, lift your hips about an inch. Shift them over to the left. Let the low back drop down to the mat and draw the knees into your chest and then let them drop down to the floor. So your legs are making a little bit of an L shape. If you want to check your alignment, lift your gaze. Your left hip now should be in line with your nose, with your gaze. Extend the left arm straight out from your shoulder. Glide that left shoulder blade under. Right hand rests on top of the left knee or drops down to the floor. And the gaze looking straight up or out over the left arm. And breathe. Have that palm of your left hand facing up so that your shoulder can externally rotate. And then coming back to center, engage the core to lift the knees back to center, lowering the feet, adjust the spine to neutral. Draw both knees in, bring your forehead to your knees. One more stretch. We'll lower the left foot to the mat. Turn the right knee out so you're resting your right ankle on your left thigh. Setting up for figure 4, so flex this right foot. Stay here or interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, lifting that left calf to be parallel with the mat. And then maybe drawing the feet, the legs towards you. Keep both feet flexed as you draw the legs towards you. Feeling a deep stretch for this right hip flexor. As we stretch that, see if you can relax the psoas muscle. Feel the sits bones resting on the mat. And then lower that left foot, release the right. Take the feet as wide as your mat, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then bring the feet a little closer together. Draw the knees into your chest. Lift the forehead up to your knees. And then lower the right foot, turn the left knee out as you bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Flex that left foot. Stay here or deepen by interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh. Lifting that right calf to be parallel and then drawing the legs towards you so that left calf is parallel, is right in line with the ceiling. Drawing that left calf toward your chest. And then lowering the right foot, release the left, take the feet as wide as your mat again and windshield. Do it slower this time. So drop the knees down to the right. Exhale the breath out. On the inhale, bring the knees through center, feel like your belly is gathering up the strength, and then exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale, gathering through the belly. Exhale, knees over to the right. Inhale, gathering through the belly. Exhale, knees down to the left. And then come to center, feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees fall together. Let your hands rest on your belly. Close your eyes. Beginning to let your practice sink in. This constructive rest pose. Come back to your breath being the focal point. Follow your inhales and your exhales. At any point, if you want to, let the arms come alongside, or maybe float overhead, maybe cactus arms, whatever feels most comfortable for you for resting. You can stay with your legs like this, or you can straighten them out on the mat, whatever is going to give you that stillness. So if it's hard for you to find stillness with your legs extended, stay in this constructive rest pose. Giving ourselves permission to rest. To allow our practice to sink in. Doing a body scan, starting with the feet. Notice how the skin feels on the feet. Notice if there's any tension being held in the feet and the toes, the ankles, and soften. Traveling up the legs, letting any tension go. If you're clenching any muscles, give them permission to release. Allow the kneecaps to soften, all the muscles around the kneecaps. Feel your hips get heavy, sinking toward your sits bones. Allowing the psoas muscle to relax. soften. Allow the whole back to press in, sink in to the mat, to the earth. Inhale, gratitude. Exhale, joy. Feel the arms get heavy, almost as if you wouldn't be able to lift them off the ground, even if you tried. Allowing the shoulders and neck to soften so the jaw can be soft. Letting the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Let the inside of your mouth feel soft. Let all the muscles around your eyes soften so your sockets feel soft. Allow the muscles in your brow to soften. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements back in, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles. Maybe inhale the arms overhead for a long stretch, feeling the natural arch form in your back, and then drawing the knees into your chest. Giving yourself a hug, little love. Rolling onto your right side, taking a few breaths there to continue to invite the breath back into the body. Awareness back into the mind. When you're ready, lifting up to a seat, keeping the eyes closed or at a soft gaze. Rooting down through your sits bones and finding a tall spine, maybe feeling a little taller than when you came in. And bring your hands to your heart center, bow your head softly, and take a moment to thank yourself. Coming back to your intention, your reason for coming onto your mat. Take a moment to thank those who have helped guide you in your journey. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you in your practice. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
It is
Thank
always
you.
so nice and just wonderful to be here in this space. I mean, for it just to be this, like, you know, beige walled room There's just something very special about sharing this space with you all. It really is 3 years. Catherine, Deborah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Everybody have
welcome.
a
I
great
hope
week.
you're both doing well and enjoying the start of your summer.
Yes, thank you. And you too. Welcome back.
Good. All right. I think I locked that door by accident.
I got your phone number, Debbie.
Good. Did you? That feels good. Well, it's sort of that yogic sleep, where hopefully then it's more where you feel revived. If you do kind of move into that deeper sleep and that rest, even if it's for 10 seconds, where you realize that you just truly have gone somewhere else.